this, guys. I'm in the USS Hornet. Oh. Wow. This is cool. I like that.
It has a 5-inch shell. That's for the 5-inch. The 38 is a multiplier. You take the 5 times 38, and it's all like artillery lingo, and that gives you the length of the barrel. So this is about 13 feet long. So it has a range of about 10 miles and about 20,000 feet in altitude. Had a big charge behind it, so it's
wow.
Quite a ways. And it was all done by hand here. They had two guys. One was a pointer, and the other one was a trainer. The trainer rotated it, and the pointer got the altitude correction.
Well, that's cool.
Then they had Doppler radar, which really helped them. There's a little transmitter in there, and if it got near the target, it would explode. Increased their efficiency by about 40%. Otherwise, before that, the shells were just going by them like missiles. Yeah, there was nothing to ignite them or blow them up.
That's cool.
So the little bit of circuitry in there that could sense, hey, I'm within 150 feet of another piece of metal.
Yeah, they called it a proximity fuse, and it was something the British had invented. You know, they were and they started using it here and there. And before they knew it, they were using it all over the Pacific, and it's just an incredible difference that it made.
Well, that's genius.
And they had a controller that could do this completely automatically too, if they wanted to. Most of the time, it was manned by people out here.
In terms of they still had motor, of course, but in terms of the fire, the aiming.
Yeah, they call it fire control. It would go behind it. It doesn't, all the stuff's not here, but it would lock down, and there's a big rammer. I think this is the ram, and it would send this all the way up to there, and they would drop this big, powder case behind it and fire it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. Here's a Vietnam era. That movie, The Great Santini. You ever saw that?
I've heard the movie. I've
heard of it too.
He was an F-4 Phantom pilot. It was a Vietnam movie. They had Robert Duvall as the actor. He flew these. He goes, I'm the Great Santini. This is an attack bomber. This is a 60,000-pound airplane. It held the world's climb record forever until they came out with F-14s and F-16s. Basically, the full weather fighter. It could be a fighter. It could be a bomber. It could do anything. It could accelerate going vertically. And they used it to chase out surface-to-air missile sites in Vietnam.
Yeah, okay, that's right, because they were so powerful and
they're so quick.
They'd go in as decoys, try to get them to fire.
Yeah.
And then another aircraft would come in and blow up the site. Yeah.
Exactly. They would go in. They would call them like bat teams. They would go in. One guy would be the decoy. And as soon as the SAM site fired, the radar locked onto it from the other planes, and they would take out the missile site. Yeah, they call it the Wild Weasel.
Yeah, the Wild
operation.
Weasel.
There's a great museum. I don't know if you ever go back east. Go to Ohio. Is Akron, Ohio? No, it's Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, the Air Force Museum. Just incredible. 43 catapult. And they started out as hydraulic. They went through like 3 phases. Originally, ones were hydraulic. Basically, it's just a big, high-pressure hydraulic pump, like 3,000 pounds, like a cylinder. And it fires down on the 4th deck, and it'll send this track. It's got a 10-to-1 ratio for speed, and then it'll send this down that 200 feet of catapult, and they can get the speed of the plane up to 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good system.
So they could fire too. They're basically firing one over here, strapping another one down over there, I guess, at the same time.
Yeah, they could do it simultaneously because they're actually staggered. They could fire, they could launch 2 aircraft at the same time.
Wow.
Wow.
They couldn't land on it with a B-25 even if they
Look at this, guys.
Yeah, no,
Looks amazing.
Definitely a one-way split. I can take you. We're not going to go up there, but I can show you this lighting system. sort of modern. This came in '57.
And there's San Francisco right over there.
The visual approach slope indicator.
Pappy.
Yeah, Pappy. Is it Pappy or Massey? Yeah. How many lights you have?
Stuff in the middle is all the military stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the lens.
Yeah.
Those lenses are like on lighthouses. You know, there's a lens.
Yeah.
And it focuses all the light through that angle at that one spot, and that's the way that works. The blue, the greenish blue, that's your datum line, and that third lens from the bottom, that's when they're on the ball. That means they're right on the line they should be. So they're above. That light goes up or down, they're getting off their datum line.
Okay.
And then that array in the middle is a wave off. Because they still had signal officers out there, and they would tell them, "No, you're too low. You got to go around." They hit a cripple switch, and it would just start flashing, and then they would go around. That's how far off the deck you are. Just enough to grab it. This is sort of a modern. This is probably a modern cable. I don't know what they look like in World War II. They're probably smaller, but they might not have been.
Dang.
That's your F-18.
I bet.
Dude, I can take you in here too. This is sort of the ground operations for aircraft carrier. Back here is a thing. It's called a Ouija board.
Wow. Oh,
But
cool.
apparently, they still use this type of. Basically, it's the way of keeping track of all aircraft.
It literally is ground control, like just
Yeah,
like
it's
for
a
an
real
airport,
ground
it's your
control.
control.
Yeah.
Where everybody is supposed to be. And
Yeah. There's a lot of planes that you figure you have 90 airplanes. This is what it would look like in World War II on the Hornet. If you're looking back aft of the island. And this has these are Grumman Hellcats, and Grumman had a special patent on these wing folders. So they not only just fold, they didn't just fold up, they fold up and back, almost like a diving duck.
So you can get more
Wow.
on the,
Somebody, you look at those photos, they're almost 5 or 6 abreast.
yeah.
And another thing you'll notice in that photograph, all those engines are running. And that's tight quarters. Because they don't have wings.
Wow. Yeah.
And these engines they're all ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, they can get that whole squadron in the air in like less than 10 minutes.
So the wings,
Not
hydraulic, the pilot fold them out, or do they?
Yeah, they're hydraulic.
Okay.
And then they had a ground crew that threw in like a pin that would lock it in place.
Okay.
But
So this whole platform's called a Ouija board. That's crazy.
yeah, this Ouija board, and that's
Or in
how
other
they
words,
I guess
yeah.
it was simple and it worked, and
Yeah, really
and
simple.
supposedly they still use it. I said when I first got here, I said, "So what do they use now? An iPad or something?" He said, "No, it was just use the same thing. Keep it
Crazy.
together." Yeah.
But it's crazy. But
So yeah.
fit all those planes. That's
And all that, you'd have all these back here, 4 or 5 apart. Every time one would take off, they'd just take the thing off. Keep track of
nice.
it. There's your Phantom,
Yeah.
the modern.
Nice. Also, that's how you turn it off. That's cool.
All those in my house.
Oh yeah.
It's a brass switch, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so we go down the hangar deck. Maybe we'll take you down to the catapult room first.
Catapult worm. All right.
Yeah.
I presume the escalator was installed for the tourists, not for the Navy?
No, it was put in for the Navy.
Really?
Really?
1957 they put it in.
Wow, an escalator. That's
Because
crazy.
they had moved the pilots' ready rooms. They had moved them down to the second deck, and they're loaded up with all this gear. They had G suits then.
Yeah.
They had survived. They had neoprene exposure suits in case they went into the water.
Yeah.
They had close to like 50 pounds of gear on board. So just help as a fisher with the 60s.
Nice.
Are you gonna do?
Okay.
What time are you leaving?
So this is how they got it. I thought it was put in for the Americans Disability Act. Okay. But it wasn't. Yeah, you never know. I guess they have them on monitors. So yeah, we can just go straight down. Take you down.
Go straight down?
Catapult room.
All right.
我们就上去一下就下来，照一下相，快就上来。
People talking. Wow.
And this is the second deck. This to me is the best part of the. This is all self-tour down here.
Oh,
This is one of the ready rooms.
yeah.
A couple good videos. Some guys from VF-11, World War II. He was a dive bomber. He gives this whole story, all his stories of his World War II, being shot down and being out at sea and everything. It's a pretty good video. See what they would do in World War II. They had three types. They had dive bombers, they had torpedo bombers, and they had fighters. And what he said in his story that the dive bomber was always the lead in a group, and then they would have two torpedo bombers on his wing, and then around them they'd have four fighters, four Hellcats. And the fighters were just there to protect the bombs and everything from getting to the target.
Yeah, Raymond J. That's my name. Wow.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you in case you have time. This is the guy here. And yeah, he got shot down a couple of times. But anyway, well, this is kind of a notable view. This is World War II stuff. Yeah, if you have time, just come back here.
Okay. Footprints.
Yeah, you forget. Now, a lot of these guys gave their lives.
Yeah. That's one thing we didn't agree on. They gave their lives on the mess.
So, yeah. The minute you could, the last guy.
Got your hands full.
Yeah. Sorry. Docent? What does that mean?
Down here, oh, this because this is like just for tours and stuff down here.
Ah.
You can't go down this area unless you're with the docent. So
Wow.
this area was originally it was a store. We they converted it to like a little museum type thing. Here.
Dang. Ritz?
There's a brig. Would you like to see the brig?
Up to you, Ray. I don't need to see the break, but if you want to, we'll go.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Down there?
I'll take you to the.
I would like it dark. This is my life first.
Oh, okay.
The
Let's take you to the catapult room. It's a little more interesting.
Okay.
Break's basically a jail, right?
Well, I would like to go down there and see. And,
Pretty small.
well, the reason why, because you might think this is funny, but I have a spirit box.
A what?
A spirit box.
Oh.
See if I can hear like spirits on the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
That's why. But the brig, really? How many people went in the brig?
It wasn't used that much. Basically, it was when the stories I heard, it was used for the Japanese prisoners of war that they got, and they just kept them in those areas.
It makes me wonder if they're still down there after all that
So it's
torture, I bet.
catapult.
This is the catapult room. This
Wow.
is,
One of them, I guess there's probably one.
then there's a port to starboard catapult room. Basically, it's a giant hydraulic piston, and I'll show you the highlights of it. They build up the pressure in these bottles over here.
Sorry.
Whiskey, vodka.
Whiskey,
Yeah,
vodka,
these are all
rum, port cat.
It's weird. It's a weird system. It's a pneumatic hydraulic system where they build up a head of pressure on top of a hydraulic charge to about 3,000 psi. And it goes into this final bottle over here. And then it's fired, and there's a trigger, and it just fires it. This is the very end of it. This is where the rod is. And this whole thing fires through these pulleys. And it has a shuttle that's attached to the piston.
Man, good thing I'm not tall. I would have hit my head on here.
When this piston fires, this whole assembly moves forward to there, to the other end.
Okay.
And it's pulling these cables all out.
Okay.
This is about a 10-to-1 ratio, something like this. So it moves 10 feet here, it moves 100 feet
up there. Okay, right.
And it's all just like you know, bolt pulleys, like a block and tackle type idea. You're getting all your leverage by all these turns.
Well, and of course, it moves not only 10-to-1 distance, but also 10-to-1 speed.
Right.
So if it moves, so it probably covers this in 3 seconds. It covers 100 feet in 3 seconds upstairs.
Yeah, it's pretty. I imagine it was pretty powerful down here, pretty loud.
Wow.
So this was all. These are all props. They shot a movie down here.
Okay.
Years ago.
This would have been cable, steel cable.
Yeah, this was steel cable. So it's a little easier to understand. And these are gauges. These are pressure gauges. Accumulator pressures. And here's your hydraulic pressure. So it's right around 3,500 pounds psi, which is pretty high pressure for a hydraulic system. Yeah. Even for air, it's a lot of pressure, but hydraulics, it's unheard of. And this is a recording device, so they knew exactly what the system was set for when it was fired.
In case there was a problem, they
could they can trace it.
Back.
Yeah.
Sure, they didn't make too many mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is an area here where they generated nitrogen. This was used for aircraft and all types of systems that they needed, inert gas.
Yeah.
They use them for tires.
Yeah, there's no tires today on some cars, right?
Yeah. Well, since they had aircraft, they didn't want to spark.
Because and there's also a huge range of air pressure and temperatures they go through.
Yeah, right, because they're going altitude.
Yeah, right.
They're going up to 50,000 feet in a jet.
Yeah.
Even in World War II, they were going at 25,000 feet.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
They have a whole system way down underneath where they make nitrogen. The whole system.
And they're also, of course, desalinizing their own water.
That we haven't opened up yet. Yeah, they have a desal, they have evaporator. They have 2 evaporators, 2 or 4 evaporators. They've got 8 boilers.
Cook off.
4 main engines. This is where all the bombs were during the 1960s of Vietnam. They were all down in bomb lockers down below the nuclear warheads.
Yeah.
These are all the Marines were. There's a few type of bombs they had. There's
Metal pipe.
like a 50 caliber machine gun. These are some kind of cluster bomb or something that they had.
Wow.
They did a lot of bombing in Vietnam. So these are the implements of destruction. There's still bombs in Laos that they're in Cambodia. They just unexploded. Yeah, people are stepping on them even today.
I mean, how can these guys sleep in this ship, knowing that they had bombs in this thing?
Yeah, you just had to.
The job, I guess, right?
I know. Yeah.
And this is the flight suit nest. This is where the pilots would, if they're all suited up in their flight suits, they could go in here and eat. Because I guess it was, you weren't allowed into the officer's eating room in a flight suit. You had to be dressed up with a suit and tie and everything. So this was like their little, I'm hungry, I'm going to fly. You just go and get a sandwich and they would bring it up to you.
Okay.
Nice.
There's a Hellcat. picture of the helicopter. There's another, there's the quick there. They did kind of how they did. During World War II, they had rockets. That's something I didn't realize. They had air-to-air rockets. World War II. They weren't, you know, guided missiles, but they were definitely rockets. They had wings on them.
Yeah.
So it was definitely lethal weapons.
I remember seeing the some of the video of the P-38s, no, P-38s? P-51s.
Oh,
in Europe,
51s.
in Europe attacking stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, I didn't say in there, but clearly they were firing rockets of some sort.
Yeah, the technology got pretty. This is one of eight boilers. Old technology, 1940s. There was no electronic starting systems or anything. These were fired up by hand initially. They had a little torch here, and they had these lanterns that were going constantly. So they're going to do a cold start. They would initially open that, put it in there, and then they would fire it up. And from there, they would they get one burner going, and then they would get all the others going. It was like lighting candles almost. These had dual valves. They could open. It was like each one had a valve. This is all bunker C. They'd open these one at a time until they got the first one started, then the others would start themselves. Boiler temperatures were around 1400 degrees. And it just depended on how many of these burners they wanted to burn, you know, run to get it going. It's a two-stage boiler. They have a low temperature and a high temperature. And the high temperature would be 800 degrees PSI, 800 degrees Fahrenheit. It's superheated steam. And they needed the superheated steam because they're running steam turbines in the engine rooms. So they had to get all the moisture and the water out of the steam. So you had auxiliary steam, and then you had superheated steam. This was normally 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Once they got this, then it would go over into the engine room and start driving the turbines. The turbines that they have there today and they had in the 40s are not that much different than turbines that you would see in a 737 today. The only difference was they were running off of superheated steam instead of compressed air.
The engine room.
That's your basic steam cycle. So this is one of four main engines. You have four propellers, and each one of these engines is attached to a propeller. So you have four propellers. And each engine has two turbines. It's got a high-speed turbine and a low-speed turbine. The heated water in the boiler comes from the boiler room at 800 degrees Fahrenheit. It's superheated. It hits this high-pressure turbine over here. It doesn't look very big, but that's a turbine. It's feeding into there, which feeds this shaft. There's two shafts going to this reduction here. This is turning, and then whatever steam is left over crosses over into this low-speed turbine, which hits. This is about 100 pounds psi, and it starts turning the low-speed turbine. So then, when the steam that's left goes down into the condenser, it's condensed and it goes back into the deaerating feed tank, which takes all the oxygen out of the steam and the water, and then it's feed back into the boiler room.
What would the pressure difference be between the high speed and the low speed turbine?
This was they hit it at 600 pounds. It's a 600 pound system.
Okay.
So they hit it at 600 pounds. By the time it got over here, it was like around 100. So it lost most of its energy in the high-speed turbine. So this is just basically another way of recouping the energy. Otherwise, it would just be wasted. You know, it'd just be going down into your condenser.
Wow, look at that. This is where they slept. Crazy. Nice. See how they do it. And that's the end of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Okay, I'm placing this on the pillow right here. If there's any soldiers here, I want to say thank you for your services. You guys have fought for our country. You guys are very brave, and I want to thank you guys. And if you guys, if you don't mind, there's a little red light right here on the pillow. Just hear my voice. I want to see if I can hear your voice. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave that here. Touch that. Sorry. Is there anybody here? Are there any soldiers here? Is anybody here with me right now? I want to say you guys are brave to fight for our country. Is there a chance that you guys can say something to me? Is there anybody here with me right now? I don't see how these guys sleep like this, but unbelievable. Look at these guys. These are the M1 Garand rifles, just like the ones we've seen on one on Fortnite and also on Call of Duty. Do not touch the rifles. These are the lockers. Wow, look at that. I have to say, well, these guys are brave. You guys are the bravest. You guys are the bravest men Is there a way that you can say something on this digital recorder right here? I want to say you guys are the bravest men. Thank you for your services. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this, because this was the best tour ever. I hope you guys enjoyed. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the USS Hornet. Well, I did try to get some voices, but I couldn't do it. Maybe it was better just to do it at the, when it's nighttime. Who knows, maybe if I'm lucky I'll find a ghost tour on the USS Hornet. I would love that. But man, you can easily get lost in this place. Well guys, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, like I always say, stay positive, and that was a great tour.